Hey guys, well this video is long overdue. I know many times in the past I had talked about my Byron Originals pit special. It's been in the background in a lot of my videos, but I only have one video of this airplane actually flying, and that was its maiden flight in 2011. But I need to get some video of this thing in the air, especially now since it's gonna be frickin' awesome. So when I picked up this airplane in 2011, it was in its original condition. I probably have one of, if not the oldest flying Byron pits in the world. I was able to track the history of this airplane by the previous owners, and this is one of the first kits shipped from Byron Originals in 1979. You heard me, this bad boy is 40 years old. When I got it, it was a complete basket case. I paid $20 for it from a guy named Matt Helm, who I knew quite well, flew with him for a lot of years. And I kept these little graphics that came off the airplane originally. Matt unfortunately passed away about 5 or 6 years ago. He was a World War II veteran, so pretty typical that he's not with us anymore. CJ Wasserman, the builder, is still around. No longer flies model airplanes, but I know he was pretty excited that this airplane's still kicking. So when I got it, did the restoration, put it in the Art Scholl color scheme. This is actually pretty much, I never put graphics on it. I never did. I'm going to now. But this is what the airplane that Art Scholl was flying when he was killed in an inverted flat spin that went extremely wrong during the filmmaking of Top Gun. So, of course, when I redid the airplane, I had to do it in Art Scholl's color scheme. But when I first put the airplane together, I put a DLE 55 in it. Extremely overkill for this airplane. And I had to make this giant menagerie to put on the front of this thing to get the spacing right. But I always was nervous about running gas, because if the fuel tank ever leaked, this airplane would literally melt. Now, I'm sure some of you that are not familiar with the Byron pits are wondering, what do you mean it'll melt? Well, let's take a close look here. It might be kind of hard to tell, but this entire airplane is made out of styrofoam. The whole airplane. See, there's the original Byron serial number in there. But yep, this is a styrofoam airplane, covered with Econocoat, the lightweight version of Monocoat. And unfortunately, the Econocoat does not hold up very well. Even though I haven't flown this plane very much, the covering already looks like garbage. But it is what it is. So since day one, I never wanted to keep this engine in there. I always planned on finding one of these. Now, for those of you that can look at this and go, holy crap, is that what I think it is? Good for you. This is a Byro drive, the 60 size version Byro drive. It's a reduction system that makes it so you can put a standard or high RPM 60 engine through this gear reduction and swing a 20 or a 22 inch prop. And the way that works is that sucker just bolts right up to the front of the airplane like that. And because of the mount, you can swivel it however you want to get the engine placement wherever you want it to be, depending on your exhaust. I'm probably going to mount it this way so I can dump the exhaust straight down. But I am super, super excited. I've been wanting this as well as my other one in my collection for a long time, and I found them today at my local swap meet of all places. And I paid less than $200 for the set. And these are worth a ton of money. And this has never been run, ever. The Byro drive nor the engine have ever been run. That's all brand new. Look in there at that piston. Brand new. Super excited. So now, I don't have to worry about the airplane melting. So, awesome. Gonna get this mounted up, gonna get it running. It's gonna be freaking sweet. But this is the one that got me super excited. This is the Byro drive for the Byron Originals P51. And the whole purpose of this was to make a very economical gas two-stroke engine, which is the Quadra 42. This might be a 35, but I'm not sure. I think it's the 42. But this way, a Quadra 42 with the gear drive can swing a scale-sized four-bladed prop, and that was pretty hot back in the day. You know, these prop blades are very flexible, kind of like the old Top Flight nylon props, so they can take a pretty good hit without breaking. But these days, finding one of these either brand new or in very good condition was not only rare, but these are very, very expensive to find them, like on eBay or something. I paid only $100 for it today, so I am beside myself. And the fact that I found that one at the same time by two different people. What are the frickin' chances of that? This I am not going to run. Well, I take that back. I might run it, but this will never go in an airplane. Because if I put this in an airplane and it crashes and it breaks, that would probably put me in a suicidal state. So I'm going to build a nice stand for it and just put it on display as part of my my Byron collection. As you can see, it's pretty simple. It has the same kind of mount right here that slips around this and tightens, and that mounts to the firewall. So pretty simple stuff. Pretty simple. And these were frickin' awesome. They have the most unique sound. I mean, look at that straight pipe muffler coming off that thing. I bet that frickin' barked. So totally cool. If I do decide to run this, I will definitely do a video on it. There's a couple videos on YouTube right now of guys running these if you're ever curious what they sounded like. So that's going to be awesome. So anyway, back to this guy here. Probably what I'm going to do is, I don't know if I'm going to go for a tune pipe or not. I doubt it. Most of the time when you saw these mounted in these airplanes, they were kind of at an angle and had a tune pipe running out the side of the fuselage. I don't know if I want a tune pipe running on this thing though. But these have the most unique sound. I mean, really, really cool sound. And like I said, this is an old pumped OS 60 FSR. It's got the Perry pump and carburetor on it. Never seen fuel. So I should not have any problems getting this thing going. But I don't know if I'm going to try to upload the old video of the first flight of this. It's not that exciting. I didn't have this landing gear yet either. This is the only new part of this airplane besides the updated covering, but it's brand new set of landing gear because it did not come with gear. So I put a really weird wonky set on there just so I could do a test flight. And so the plane looked kind of goofy. That's probably why I never uploaded the video. But you can see where the Econocoat, over time, anything that's underneath, any kind of glue or filler, I mean, it does not look good at all. The red looks beautiful, but the white just looks like crap. But everything starts showing through it eventually. So that's kind of a bummer. No, great. The photo bomber. I apologize. Try to hold him back here. So that's freaking awesome. I'm extremely excited. Just thought I'd show you guys that. That's a couple things I've been looking for a lot of years. I've passed these over in the past just because I didn't want to spend top dollar on them. But I found them at the right price, so could not turn them out. Could not turn them down. And on another note, I got the 310 running and it runs perfect. The issue was the ignition. I put a DLE ignition in there, which is compatible with those engines because they're timed at 28 degrees, and it runs perfect. So we are really close to getting that guy in the air. So I'm going to get some more work done. Hi, Cody. I'm going to get some more work done on the pits, and maybe I'll do another video of getting this thing fired up, and I'll get this back in the air maybe this year. I don't know. I'm sure I will, but you know, I just mainly want to get that engine mounted in there and just sit down here and stare at it. I mean, I could stare at this thing for hours and just sit here and play with it. You know, this is a piece of model aviation history right here. Very cool, and now I own one. Could not be happier. All right, guys. Till next time. Later.